Hey, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having an amazing day. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about should you invest in Pokemon? How do you invest in Pokemon? And if I were to start all over and invest in 2023, what would I do? First off, should you invest in Pokemon? Pokemon is a different kind of investment. It's a great investment. But I always have people asking me if I had $10,000, what should I invest in? I think it's a very important thing that if you do invest in Pokemon, you like Pokemon. It's very important that you know what you're doing and you enjoy it, okay? You have to enjoy Pokemon to invest the right way with Pokemon. Pokemon is not a invest now and become rich in 1 year. Yes, this will outperform most investments. Not all, but a lot of investments. But also, are you going to be okay with sitting on these boxes for 5 to 10 years before selling to make sense? A lot of these boxes will go up slowly, but you're not going to have huge jumps unless it's that one magical set like Evolving Skies. So you really have to enjoy what you're doing. Definitely have to enjoy it. Because when you're consistently investing and putting your money in something you don't believe in and you don't enjoy, you're gonna have a hard time with it. You're gonna get burnt out. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna believe in it. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna make it maybe a year or two, not even probably 2 years to be honest. You're gonna make it 6 months to a year, and you're gonna find something that you want to invest more about, something that you enjoy. Investing is not fun. 99% of the time, you're buying cardboard boxes and they sit in storage or your closet or a back room somewhere where you just don't really see. Um, it is nice when you have more open boxes where you can display a nice box and you can put them all around. But also, a lot of the things that you buy cases, they're in cardboard boxes. And for me personally, I just keep everything put away. I keep it out of mind, out of sight. I don't have to think about it. I don't get that feeling to always open stuff, which I do open. I do open. I enjoy opening it because at the end of the day, it's money is important, but I also enjoy the hobby. So you need to believe in it and enjoy it, especially if you do consistent and you do it right, because it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna have many years where you invest, and you're gonna get tired, and you're gonna want the money. You're gonna want to go out. You're gonna want to do these things, and it's tough, especially if it's your first investment ever. Um, if it's your first investment, you gotta enjoy it. You also gotta have patience. Patience. That's the most important thing, because you know becoming wealthy does not happen overnight. It definitely does not. Life is a marathon. It's not a race. People that get lucky on one or two investments, they make a lot of money. They end up losing it. They make some money. They think they're rich, and they blow it. Or they make some money, they jump back in another one, thinking that they're going to have fast money again, and it slows down, and they're going to get burnt out with it, and they're going to be done with it. So you got to have patience. All right. Now, if I were to restart and invest today into Pokemon 2023, 2024, how would I do that? I first would look around and see what makes sense. I would look at Scarlet and Violet. I would look at Sword and Shield. I would look at Sun and Moon. I would look at XY. I would go, what are people going to want to open in 5 or 10 years from now? That's the big question: is what are people going to want? What's going to keep value? Am I going to buy booster boxes? Am I going to buy 3-pack blisters? Am I going to buy collection boxes? Am I going to buy slabs? Am I going to buy raw cards? That'd be my first question: is what am I going to buy? Am I going to buy raw cards and try to grade them and flip them? Remember, that is a great way to make money back and forth. I call that a short term investment. Anything you buy for less than 1 year is a short term investment. And if you're able to buy cards and grade them and get nines and tens, you're going to make some money. Most of the time, a PSA 9, you're going to break even or make a few dollars. But then now and then, you're going to get those tens and make big money. All right. So that's raw cards. Or you're going to buy graded cards and keep them for 5 to 10 years and make some money. It's kind of funny to display them, you know what I mean? But also, you got to be very careful when you buy graded cards. That's a tough investment because you got to know what you're doing and what you're buying. You can't just jump into, let's just say, Evolving Skies today and invest $10,000 in slabs and hope that it's never going to go down anymore. Because just like all cards, there's more and more coming in population. Okay, the pops are pretty high, but the thing is, you also got to understand that people don't talk about too much. Is the pop is, yeah, people go, oh my god, the pop's a couple thousand. You know what I mean? If there's, let's say the Moonbron has 5,000 copies, okay, as a PSA 10. I think it's way more than that. 5,000, but there's millions and millions of collectors. So how big is the pop really? Now, when back in 2015, 2016, that was a huge population for a card. But nowadays, the hobby is so big that it's not that big, honestly. I mean, there's people that own multiple of them, you know what I mean? So it's not big, but is it going to have a big jump? And does it make sense to invest that large amount of money into something like that over 5 to 10 years? I do buy some cards. Sorry, my cat was back there. I do buy cards, but I buy ones I enjoy, and I don't mind them just being up and down, honestly. I don't see cards and slabs going up too much unless you get into vintage. But that's a lot more money to invest. I mean, a good vintage card is going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. And there goes Gizmo. Say hi, Gizmo. Say hi. This is Gizmo. He's a cool little cat. Okay, so graded cards. So that's what I think about graded cards. Then you go, well, should I buy vintage or modern? All right. Now, there's a big argument about vintage being gatekept. Everyone owns it already. It's too expensive. It's too hard to get into. I think in our lifetime, all of these cards and sealed product of vintage is going to get crazy. I'm a big believer in these boxes, these base set, fossil, jungle, rocket, in the next 10 to 20 years are going to get really rare. And then you have Skyridge and all those EX boxes and everything like that. Team Rocket Returns. All those pretty rare boxes are going to come super rare. I mean, you're just not going to see them anymore. So it's one of those things. If you enjoy it and you have the money and you're patient, vintage is a good investment too. But you gotta do your research and you gotta buy things that what are people gonna want to open? What are people gonna want? Like, for an example, the base set box. $14,000 for that box, right? But once they get more and more rare, because people are opening them all the time, people are always gonna want to open that box for that experience. And with inflation and everything else, things are always gonna get more expensive. People are always gonna have more money. So in 10 years from now, I would not be surprised if the base set box is a lot more money. But the buy-in is a lot more money. So then you can look at, well, modern. You know, a lot of people look at, let's say, like Sun and Moon, and they go, well, I missed the boat for Team Up and Cosmic Eclipse and all those other boxes, and they think that the boat has already left the station. And to be honest, it hasn't. Yes, there is better buys I think that you could do, because they are $1,000 to $2,000 now for a box. But that does not mean that those boxes are not going to go up more and more throughout time. And then you could look at modern. You could look at Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. You know, right now Scarlet and Violet, those boxes are going for about $80 to $85, which is really cheap when distributors are selling them for $96. So right now they're already 20% off what they even get sold for. So people are taking losses all day already. So there's moves to be made there. Or you can look at Sword and Shield, which is already are out of print. And they're still a decent price. And the only reason why they haven't gone up so much is because right now the Pokemon Center still has them on the website. So you got to remember, once those go off, they're done. So that's when the boat will start leaving the station. Right now they're still there. They're packing it up, getting ready to leave. So if I were to invest 2023 or 2024, what would I buy? I would do my research. I would see what I enjoy. I would look at the past history of these sets. I would look at the cards in the sets, and I go, is this going to go up? What's in the set? You know, anything with the Charizards are usually pretty good. What's the chase cards? How many cards are over $20 in the set? How many are over $50? Is there any over $100? These are things you need to look at. And then you look at those cards and you look at the graded value of these cards. That's a good indication that this set has value inside and it's going to perform well. So, as I always say, do your research. Don't jump into anything. Don't FOMO. You have plenty of time to invest in stuff. If you don't have the money, don't go overboard. Start small, and enjoy it, you guys. Enjoy it. Don't stress about it. Don't listen to all the crazy noise out there, you guys. That's the biggest thing, is don't listen to the noise, because the noise will throw you off. Life is a competition, and everyone's trying to win. And on my channel, I want everyone to have a fair chance to get their own. That's all it is, you guys. But anyways, I'm going to cut off at this. Just do your research, and you guys will be okay. Just have patience. Anyways, if you guys are still here, probably not, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and turn notifications on, and I'll see you on the next one. Be safe, and peace out.